Okay. All right. All right. Welcome to the stream. We are back in full swing. After last night, which was no good, we are trying to continue. Well, I should say I started last night working on this full page, and it's coming along. It's working in its things. Uh, here and there. Kind of got the outline mainly. I gotta draw Ed, right here. But for the most part, it's fitting in okay. I did the words up here too. You can kind of see it. I'm gonna kind of clean it up a little bit later. Once I start to kind of get in there, I'll use a ruler. I needed to see if it could fit, and I was able to kind of fit it in there. Again, I love the name of the first chapter. Gotta find first gear. I think it's gonna be references to like movie quotes, movies, television, comics, just shit. Gonna be titles like that, you know. There's actually another issue, because this series takes place in '08, so I don't even know if I should bring it up. Basically, this character, her name is Ed. Her favorite, so she's into like reading comics and listening to music. Um, but her favorite book is Watchmen. Like she says it's like the greatest book ever. It's her first book she ever read, and it's like funny because it's coming out in like 2008, so they want to go see the movie, and she's just overhyping it, and they finally see it, and it's just not that good to her, and she just kind of geeks and kind of like wrecks everything. She just is in like a foul mood because she's just like she's hyped for the comic or the movie, and it wasn't even close to what she was expecting it to be. Sorry. My nose is a little stuffy, but that noise sounds like something's rustling. But yeah, that issue is gonna be called "Who Watches the Watchmen?" So, oh my goodness. But yeah, right. Sorry, I thought I'm hearing something. Hold on. Sorry, it sounds like I'm hearing something. Going crazy. Oh. Anyway, we got some wrestling. We got some wrestling from October of an '88. So we'll see what that brings. Otherwise, I'm probably not gonna stream too long. I just wanna. I guess I'm trying to figure out what I don't know if I'm gonna put a background or I'm gonna put some like something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I was thinking some lettering might do something, but man, I like a sound effect. Like I was thinking about doing like a screech sound effect here, but I don't want to. I already got these letters here, and I guess I kind of want it to be a full spread of kind of where it is. I just don't want to sound like I'm lazy because I don't want to. Because I gotta draw more. I gotta draw more of a background again. So, and I don't really visually have an idea of what that background's gonna be. Here, let me. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at my job. See, it was easy. If I figured out the objects, then figuring out the other crap was gonna be easier. I should also mention, this is also gonna be the first dual stream between Twitch and YouTube. So if you're watching this on Twitch, then you know, I can see you. You're gonna be popping up in the chat on the video. But if you are coming in on YouTube, I didn't do a dual chat. I'll have to figure that out. But I'm testing it very very slow. But it's, you know, we'll kind of figure it out as we go. If that makes any sense. All right. So here. All right. So we got the thumbnail right here. There was supposed to be one that went over, but I kind of changed it because I didn't think that would look that great. I don't know. We'll have to. I was thinking about it because if he was doing a if he was doing a screech sound effect right here, and it's sort of, maybe I could do it on the ground here. Ground here would be pretty decent, and then I could maybe have some of the things. I was even thinking about doing a swooshy background. See, I'm in this. This is why I was holding back on doing this spread, because see, I'm overthinking it right now, and then I'm not gonna accomplish anything, and I'm just gonna shit my ass, you know. But here, let's see, because I don't want to congest it too much. Could do a breach. Maybe.
Mr. Perfect. You know, everything in my life has been absolutely perfect. And it's a lot of people's dream to be perfect. But with me, see, it's no dream. It's reality. It's life. And take the simple game of bowling. It's everybody's dream to bowl the perfect game. Well, being Mr. Perfect, you sit back on the couch, you put your feet up, and you relax, because you are going to witness the perfect game. perfect game. What else would you expect from Mr. Perfect?
Today we
Reality Super Clash 3 has been put together by the AWA and several other great wrestling
Now I know why.
for Chicago, Illinois.
I don't know. I always forget to put my
It is a
freaking hat.
pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm asking you to contact your local
I always see
cable
my
operator
bald ass
to find
head.
out how you can be a part of this great wrestling experience. Of course, if you're in the Chicago area,
That's why I'm not locked in. I gotta put my hat on.
great night of wrestling action. More on Super Clash 3.
Oh my god.
What I want to talk about right now
It's not even like this specific hat. Although it probably will be if I keep wearing it, you know, but like basically I need to wear like something on my head if I'm going to be productive. As stupid as that sounds. I'm drawing, I have to have something around my head. I don't know why. Whether it's my baseball cap or you know, something else. I'm just stupid like that.
on each side in a 6-person war. Plus, now I have been told that you are going to see the ladies of POW. They are involved. And also, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Stud Stable, Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller, have been signed for Super Clash 3 to meet the Rock and Roll Express. Standing by to tell us about it, the Stud Stable.
Super Clash Chicago, baby. That's a big night for us. It's a time to take a little pretty from Tennessee up north to Chicago. You know, I hear they got some high rollers up there, Rock and Roll Express. We're looking.
Oh, I'm thinking of something. I think I got an idea.
Chicago Super Clash.
I think I got an idea for something. It might be a lot of erasing, but we might have ourselves a spread here. More so than we do already.
Georgia Scary Young. They're accompanied at ringside by their manager,
That fucking Back in Black? I'm gonna get demonetized. Dude, it's fucking Cactus Jack.
Good evening, everybody. Lee Marshall along with the greatest of all the heavyweight champions, Vern Gagne. We are from Music City, USA this week, Nashville, Tennessee, and this is a tag team match. Billy Travis from Lexington, Kentucky, and Scott Steiner from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. He's in there right now against Cactus Jack and gorgeous Gary Young.
Sorry, Lee, but what a gorgeous, what a great young athlete, I want to say. Mr. Steiner is.
Oh, yeah.
Wrestled 4 years, University of Michigan. I believe he was a Big Ten champion. And an athlete that I like to really watch. His brother played football also, and he played football at the University of Michigan.
Right.
And we do know they're fine athletes. What a tag team they make.
Well, you got to be a fine athlete to play for the Wolverines and certainly to wrestle for the Wolverines who are within the Big Ten Conference. That's Cactus Jack. He's from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And he's feeling the brunt of Scott Steiner right now. Steiner, whoa! Wow, what
Look
a
at the
back
power, yes.
drop kick.
Another one, beautiful. Arm drag. Put him down. Put those shoulders down. You might have him.
Downtown Bruno, the manager of Cactus Jack and gorgeous Jerry Young.
Downtown Bruno.
Downtown Bruno. Power slam by Scott Steiner. Tag made. Here comes Billy Travis. He's from just down the road in Lexington, Kentucky. Double elbow, and down goes Cactus Jack. 1, 2.
There's downtown Bruno.
Yep.
Now, let's get one thing straight. He's no relation to the great former champion, Bruno Sammartino.
No, I don't think so. Oh, wow. Did he sink that one in deep? That's so pretty.
Well, that reminds me of Jackie Nichols at his heyday on that big arm drag. He had that same move in a lot of places. Oh, another beautiful hip power. Another arm drag.
Wow.
Great technique.
Gorgeous Gary Young is going to have to learn that he who hesitates is lost.
You know, Lee Marshall for the big day. Oh, wow. for that big date coming up December 17th. Everybody in the world wanting to get on that event.
All right.
The powerful women of wrestling, powerful ladies of wrestling.
Yep.
Brandy May, Nina, Sasha the Russian have already signed.
Yeah, we're talking about the big event coming up. That's on December 13th. You're going to see some of the greatest wrestlers from the world of professional wrestling. Not only from the AWA, but you're going to see the greats. I'm talking about guys like Jerry the King Lawler, Greg Gagne, Manny Fernandez, Bad Company, Wendy Richter, the Freebirds, Wahoo McDaniel, Colonel De Beers, Medusa Michelli, Sergeant Slaughter, the Rock and Roll Express. They're all going to be there. And you make plans to join us. Wow! What a power move by gorgeous Gary Young. Yeah, there's never been a card assembled like the one we're going to see December 13th, which will be coming out of Chicago, Illinois. You stay with us for all the details. Wow. Tag made. Here comes Scott Steiner, the pride of the Big Ten.
Oh, look at him go. Look at him go.
That's a Motor City nitty-gritty right there. Young man from Detroit, a train wreck. Down goes Jack and Young. Jack rakes Steiner's face. Reversal. Look out. Gorgeous Gary with a boot. And he puts it right on Scott Steiner. Cactus Jack hooks Scott Steiner up. That's it.
Off in time. But he was hit. The referee's back was turned. The referee did not see it. It's a 1, 2, 3. Steiner had him. Steiner had him in a pinfall without a doubt.
I hope we've got this on a replay so you fans, you can see exactly.
I'm kind of trying to lay out the road. It's probably the hardest thing, honestly.
Cactus Jack and gorgeous Gary Young. Super Clash 3, Chicago, Illinois.
It kind of works.
Pay-per-view. That's your key to be there.
But I think once I start adding in like the potholes and the spatial stuff, I think that's when I'm gonna start.
On a very important night.
Like I can start visual. I can see the road. You know what I'm saying? The trees, though, I might be able to work out the trees back.
You want to see the strike studs, baby? Look at them right here, Rock and Roll Express.
Ricky, it's a big night.
I think what I'm gonna do.
Big night. I've been in a lot of big nights. Let me tell you something, Larry. We have walked down many highways, many dark alleys, and we faced the best competition in the world today. And you can see, you can look at our track record, brother, and you can always know that the Rock and Roll Express at the top. Now, they talk about how big and how bad they are. But let me tell you something, Tennessee stud. When that match is over in Chicago, woo, Sylvia's going to know what a stud's really all about, brother, because we know what it's like. We
I gotta make it so that this doesn't pop up.
Ship around. We have been there. We know what it's
Sorry,
like. And one thing we like to do is have
I'm being so like whatever about it right now, but it's because
or whatever you want to call it, don't matter to me. To
I'm trying.
To the bad company for the World Tag Team titles. That's what we want. That's our goal. To be 5 times World Tag Team champions.
Be a little too loud. No, what I'm trying to say, this is my first time doing a spread. I know I shouldn't be thinking too deep into it, but I'm curious about it. I'm seeing what I can do, what I can't do. And hopefully once I get over this hump, I can start, you know, pumping out spreads a lot better and quicker, you know, or just pages in general quicker. Yeah, I don't know. This is like the first thing you're gonna see when you open to first page of the first book. You gotta find first gear.
And everywhere you see
It's
you will see his
takes you into the other ones. Just trying to visualize it better, I guess. I'm so sorry.
and uglier. The big Soviet sold on Houstonov. In there with his friend, his man from Singapore, Tijo Khan.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man is going to join me for color, do some color commentary on this exciting match with Mike Enos and Tijo Khan, the heavyweight champion of the world, the AWA champion. Jerry the King Lawler.
Thank you, Lee. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, I got to tell you, it's great to be in Nashville, in Tennessee, your home state. What a thrill for us.
Oh, it's a great state, greatest state in the union. Now, I know I'm going to make a lot of people mad, but of course, this is my home state. A lot of great wrestling fans right here.
Well,
They've seen some great action tonight.
I was going to say, a lot of them are in this building tonight and really into the action, particularly right now. Big Mike Enos, 265 pounds from Minneapolis. In there with a man from Singapore, T-Joe Khan. Knife edge by T-Joe Khan. Wow.
You know, T-Joe Khan doesn't usually come up against somebody that's even equal to his size.
All right.
But this guy, I believe, is a little bit bigger than T-Joe. And there
We're
he
kind
stands
of
with that
seeing.
weight of,
We're kind of
advantage.
seeing. Sorry.
T-Joe kicks out.
Oh, what a good arm drag.
Very nicely done.
You know, that's the thing you need to do with T-Joe, because he is so adept at the martial arts. If you could keep him off his feet, though, you've got an advantage with him.
Well, don't forget also, as I'd said earlier, wherever you see T-Joe Khan, you also see Soldado Ustinov. Backbreaker by T-Joe Khan, and there he is.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed him. He is indeed right at ringside there.
That's ugly. In the ring, uglier. Ugly and uglier.
You got that right.
Over the top rope.
You know, I understand that when T-Joe was a child, his mother used to set him in a corner room and feed him with a slingshot. Now, that's ugly. And I want to tell you. But he is, I'm sure he's made his mother proud since that time. But, you know, I remember wrestling T-Joe Khan in Las Vegas.
I remember that.
It hadn't been that long ago. And if you ever do get an advantage on him, what you have to watch out for is, just like you said, Soldado Ustinov from the outside will use that flagstaff. T-Joe will try to throw you outside where Soldado, he'll distract the referee. Soldado will do a number on you that way. It's just like fighting two guys at once.
Something very exciting coming up, Jerry Lawler. Talking about December 13th. Out of Chicago, Illinois. It'll be pay-per-view. People will be able to see it all around the country. I know you're excited about it. You'll be in action. Ron Garvin will be in action.
Well,
Kerry Von Erich will be in action.
Exactly right. What is so exciting about this particular pay-per-view? You know, it's no secret there have been a lot of pay-per-view events. But what's so exciting about this one is the fact that for the first time, this will include more than just one organization.
Right.
You know, they've seen them in the past, and it's just one company presenting a pay-per-view event with only their wrestlers. Well, this particular event will bring wrestlers from all over not just the United States, but all over the world, all the different organizations. Some of the top lady wrestlers from the POW organization.
Wendy Richter, for example.
Oh, without a doubt. Of course, Mimi, Medusa, Michelli from the AWA, and all the AWA stars. Then not only that, all the world-class stars will be there. Michael Hayes, and you mentioned Kerry Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich.
King Parsons.
And it's just, you know, you've got the CWA, the CWF involved. Just about every major organization will be sending representatives, and it will be, without a doubt, it's going to be the biggest thing that's ever hit professional wrestling.
Oh, power slam by T-Joe. You know, I remember when you won the AWA Heavyweight Championship of the world, Jerry, one of the first things you said is that you weren't going to be a company champion, that you'd be willing to take on anybody from anywhere, qualified enough to get into the ring with you. You have done that. And I think that this December 13th event is really the offspring of your intention.
Well, you know, I did exactly what you said. There are a lot of guys who so-called call themselves champions.
Right.
But then when you check into it, they only wrestle inside their single organization. They're not allowed to face any other wrestlers other than the company they work for.
Yep.
So they're merely company champions as far as I'm concerned. There's T-Joe with the win.
Yep. Pinfall over Mike Enos.
But in this particular pay-per-view event that's going to be coming up, you're going to see several different companies putting their titles on the line, and that is a big step. You're taking a big risk. No company wants to lose recognition of a world champion or any kind
Your
of
winner of the match, T-Joe Khan.
And there he is with Soldado Ustinov, T-Joe Khan. All right, let's have another look at it here, Jerry.
Yeah. Boy, that thing right there knocks every bit of wind right out of him.
Heart punch, isn't it?
Exactly.
T-Joe
That one, I believe that one got him right in the throat, looked like.
Wow. And another win. Along with Jerry the King Lawler, I'm Lee Marshall. We will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been signed, the greatest event in the history of professional wrestling, Super Clash 3, Chicago, Illinois, December 13th. The only way you can see it is pay for view. Now, I got a man out here that I think is the top contender for Kerry Von Erich's championship and for Jerry Lawler's title, but as I understand it, you want to settle it with Manny Fernandez in Chicago, Wahoo McDaniel.
Larry, not necessarily so. I just want to tell the people that you know that I have wrestled all over the world. I have wrestled for every federation, and I have wrestled every top wrestler in the world at one time. Now you've got Kerry Von Erich, the world-class champion sign. You've got Jerry Lawler, the AWA heavyweight champion sign. And I know Manny Fernandez's sign. And I know a lot of people have seen what Manny Fernandez did to me. He tore up my feathers. He thought it was a big joke. He thought it was funny. But being an American Indian, it wasn't funny to me. It's embarrassing to me, and millions of people saw it. So I want to tell you one thing, Manny. I want to be the champion, but I'm going to tell you one thing. You're first on my list. And I've got something in my mind that you're not going to like, because it's something that we can settle this once and for all. And I don't want just a few people to see it. I want it to be bigger than when you nail me right there on ESPN. I want it in front of millions and millions of people, because what I'm going to do to you is going to be my type of match. Maybe that'll make you think a little bit. And then when I get through with you, I don't care who wins, Lawler or Von Erich, I'll be there.
Brown, co-star with Sigourney Weaver in Gorillas in the Mist, The Adventure of Diane Fossey. Brian, congratulations on a magnificent performance in a film, you're welcome, that is probably, we all feel, going to be nominated for several Academy Awards. And when you were doing the film, of course, knowing that you were going to meet the person whom you portray in the film, who's still living, and knowing that, did you feel any sort of extra pressure because he was around?
No. I mean, it's quite, you could expect it, couldn't you? I think it says a lot about the real Bob Campbell, in that I never did feel that pressure. He never imposed himself on me or the production. He was there to help, to serve the Diane Fossey story. And I never really even noticed him there. I mean, I knew he was there, but it never was like someone, I never felt he was in the corner going, oh, I don't like the way Brian's doing this, or, oh, no, we didn't do it like that, or this wasn't how we... I never felt any of that. And I certainly was in a position where I could have got very paranoid about it. And I think it's a measure of him that I never felt that.
What trepidations did you have, knowing that the Gorillas were...
were real?
Were real, yeah.
Well, I was very apprehensive when I first was going up there. It didn't matter, never matters what people tell you, you know, you really have to experience things firsthand to know what something's like. And everyone said, listen, it'll be all right, we have the researcher there, these animals aren't aggressive, they won't, it's not dangerous, but you think of going into the wild and you think things are wild in the wild. And I guess my conditioning was of gorillas as being ferocious, having seen them behind bars in zoos or King Kong movies. They were made out to be ferocious animals that you had to be careful of or hunt with guns or whatever to protect yourself. Well, the long and the short of it is they're not like that. They really are not aggressive. They really are not, you're not prey. They don't eat meat. They're not after you. But until you're there on that first day and suddenly realize that, only then do you let go of that fear and are able to enjoy it. And so the first day I walked up that mountain quite nervously, wondering what was going to happen. My first introduction to them, I was very submissive. I was very, where are they? What do I do now? I mean, you know, I'd head down, quiet, everything.
Must be very difficult to concentrate on your lines when you know that...
Well, most of the stuff we did with the Gorillas had to be improvised.
I see.
You know, I mean, the Gorillas control the scenes. What they did, where they went, we had to fit in with. So basically we did improvised scenes. We just shot loads of stuff with the Gorillas. We had an essential idea of what we were after, and we would have to try and manipulate it around to fit whatever the circumstances were. Then they'd get processed, come back, Michael would look at them and go, yeah, all right, well, now let's see if we can get something here where you're dealing with the babies, or something where the silverback is more prominent, and we go out again and try and find something and just keep shooting. And the movie's taken a long time to be put together because of that editing process of so much footage as to what can be used and how it's to be used.
Well, we're very glad that it did, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, this is senior editor Bill Apter with another special press conference today with Robert Fuller, with Jimmy Golden, and Sylvia. First of all, Sylvia, why do you carry and use this ninja stick?
Hold off on Sylvia. Before you get to Sylvia, let's talk to the man of the group here. I'm talking to Tennessee Stud. Let me introduce you to gentleman Jimmy Golden out there, baby. That's what the ladies are interested in, and it seems that we get all our letters from the ladies out there, you know. They're always asking me about.
You're not going to answer the question about the stick?
Look, this stick right here, man, that's that's ornamental there. You carry that around. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do you intend to use it on the Rock and Roll Express at Super Clash?
Definitely. Look, Super Clash, the Rock and Roll Express got some real problems because we don't go north of that Mason-Dixon very much, as you know. And when I get up to Chicago, I'm already going to be heated when I get off the airplane in that place. So I can guarantee you one thing, as much as I don't like Chicago, and I dang sure don't like rock and roll, I'd say you boys are in for a bad night. I don't care about your height. I don't care how tough they say you are. We're going to find out how tough you are. When you come south, we kick your butts and send you back north. You go up north, we kick your butts up there just the same way. Rock and roll or whatever you say, baby. Tennessee Stud and Gentleman Jim, they're going to handle business.
All right, the last question, fan question. Michelle Emmers from Nashville, Tennessee wants to know, how did you get the name the Tennessee Stud?
Don't give him the real answer. Don't give him the real answer.
I'll give him the other answer.
No, I don't think we can hear that. Remember, if you have a question you'd like to ask your favorite wrestler, send it to Pro Wrestling Illustrated, Box 48, Rockville Center, New York, 11571. If you use your question on the air, you'll get a free Pro Wrestling Illustrated T-shirt for the Stud Stable. This is Bill Apter, and we'll see you at the matches. Thank you.
Somebody say somebody! Chicago! December the 13th. Be ready for the biggest thing you ever seen in your life. Tommy Wildfire Rich. You know, I've been to Chicago in a long time. You know, when I was there, I was good. But the thing about it is, now when I'm bad, I'm bad. December the 13th, Chicago, pay-per-view.
By Milky Way.
I'm sorry.
To sit out here this week and do a
I'm sorry, what was that ad? What?
The international TV title to the former NWA.
December the 13th, Chicago, pay-per-view.
By Milky Way.
It's a little hard for me to sit out here this week and do a Matt Classic for you great fans. After I lost the international TV title to the former NWA heavyweight champion, Ron Garvin. Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk about that match right now, but we will in the weeks to come.
About it is, now when I'm bad, I'm bad. December the 13th, Chicago, pay-per-view.
By Milky Way.
It's a little hard for me to sit out here this week and do a Matt Classic for you great fans. After I lost the international TV title to the former NWA heavyweight champion, Ron Garvin.
I just showed Amber it,
talk about that
and
match right now, but we will in the weeks to come.
She said it might have been cut off, but it's kind of funny. I thought it was just some shitty insert ad.
And it comes to us courtesy of ESPN. We'll be back with that Matt Classic right after this word from our sponsor. December 13th at the Chicago Pavilion, Super Clash 3. World-class heavyweight champion Kerry Von Erich has been signed to defend his title, and the AWA heavyweight champion Jerry Lawler has been signed to defend his title. But last week they met in Nashville, Tennessee, the two champions, to settle it. Who is the world's heavyweight champion? Well, here we go with that Matt Classic, Kerry Von Erich versus the King, Jerry Lawler.
If he comes off the top rope with that fist, it could be all over for Kerry Von Erich. Here. Oh! Von Erich's got him in that Von Erich iron claw, the claw that his father Fritz made famous. It's the claw, and Lawler could be going lights out. Von Erich could be walking out of here with the AWA championship belt as well, Vern.
He certainly could. This could be curtains for Lawler, but don't give up on him. He's a tough cookie. He's been through a lot of these, but he came off that top rope right into the claw.
Oh, yeah. He's been in a lot of claws. I don't know if he's ever been in one applied by Kerry Von Erich, who probably has the best claw in the sport today. But like you said, he's tough. Look at him fighting back.
Man, this whole arena tonight, the 10,000 people here are on their feet.
Elbow. Lawler's free. But groggy. Right hand by Lawler. Von Erich is down. And Lawler's still groggy. He threw that right hand and went down to his knees. There goes that strap. Whenever Jerry Lawler drops that strap, he is all business. Right hand. Von Erich right hand. Lawler a right hand. Discus punch right hand by Von Erich. Right hand answered by Lawler. Discus punch by Von Erich.
This looks like an old-time bare-knuckle fight.
This is it.
Look out, Rip. Get out of the way.
Now, referees, he's in over his head. Whoa! All right, they're going to settle it by themselves. They got rid of the referees, and all right, this is between two men.
I think he was qualified.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
There's no way. The first referee down here on the floor.
Both Jerry Lawler and
Stanley Blackburn's here at ringside. I'm sure he sent that second referee in there, disqualifying both people. That's that way.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 10 minutes and 22 seconds, the referee has ruled it a double disqualification.
A double disqualification. Here's Kerry.
I'd like to see this thing continue.
I didn't come all the way here from Texas for disqualification.
Kerry wants to go on.
I am not leaving this ring until there's a winner.
All right, you heard from Kerry Von Erich, the WCCW heavyweight champion now. Let's see if the king, Jerry Lawler, has anything to say. Lawler wants him. Lawler says, all right, let's go. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
He said, step aside, referee.
And
where's our camera here? Let's get on the...
I think that's the way both Von Erich and Lawler want it. Just two men who won't take any baloney from the other. Just two men living up to their word of signing a contract to meet each other. Like I said, this is history, and I hope you got a tape of this one. Discus punch by Von Erich.
Yes, we do.
A third by Von Erich. Lawler is in trouble now.
The referee pushing them out. They wanted it. Look at this.
All right, we got another referee out. We're going to run out of referees here, Vern.
Uh-oh. I don't think they care.
Piledriver. Oh, he got it.
This could be it. The referee's out.
1, 2, 3. Kerry Von Erich. And here come the Yellow Roses. Here come the Yellow Roses. Lawler saying no, no, no. But there he is, the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, with both belts. Wait a minute, Vern. We got both referees in the ring now. We got a problem. We got a problem. Wait a minute. They took the AWA title away.
I don't know what the rationale is here.
They're saying the pile driver is illegal.
Hey, referee.
See, it's illegal.
Let me say this. You disqualified him, right? He's disqualified? Well, in world class, you lose your belt on a disqualification, so he loses.
All right. Now, Lawler claiming that under world-class rules, Kerry Von Erich must relinquish his world championship belt. And the referees aren't going to get it away from Von Erich without a fight. Von Erich wants the microphone.
I don't understand what's going on.
In world class, we don't have no sissy rules like no pile driver. So as far as I'm concerned, I am the world champion.
Uh-oh, they're going to get out of the...
They're going to go right for it. Von Erich says he's the AWA heavyweight champion of the world. Lawler says he's the WCCW champion of the world. The one thing we know is Von Erich is holding the WCCW belt, and Lawler is holding the AWA World Championship belt. And I gotta believe, Vern, we have not seen the last of this. Both these guys now want the other man's belt.
Well, there's a lot of hot feeling and bad feelings going up there tonight, and I don't blame them. I don't really know. I'm a little bit confused myself on the ruling of the pile driver. And I want to know how Von Erich was disqualified. That I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not sure. Von Erich says he's concerned that an AWA rule states that you cannot use the pile driver, and that's not true. I would suggest that there's an athletic commission rule in the state of Tennessee.
It must be, because in the AWA, as far as Stanley Blackburn is concerned, I know that the pile driver is perfectly legal. Nick Bockwinkel used it for years.
Right. Just looking over at Stanley Blackburn, he says, yes, the pile driver is a perfectly legal hold within the AWA. It is the Tennessee State Athletic Commission who has outlawed that move in the state of Tennessee. Here we sit in Nashville. Obviously, we have to abide by the Athletic Commission's rules.
That's right. Well, we've not heard the last of this, Lee Marshall.
You can call it a mistake. You can call it getting caught up in the action. I know just how Kerry Von Erich feels. But the pile driver has been banned in the state of Tennessee, and Kerry Von Erich used that on Jerry Lawler. Well, Stanley Blackburn and promoters of Super Class 3, that would be a great matchup for that great card in Chicago on December 13th. Try to put that one together. We'll be back next week with some more Matt Classics, and I've got a few comments I'd like to make about Ron Garvin. See you then.
1988, in a place that's filthier than the township of Soweto, Chicago, Illinois, America sends its finest enlisted man, Sergeant Slaughter, to meet Colonel De Beers of the great Republic of South Africa. Don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the ring, at the weight of 230 pounds from Little Rock, Arkansas, Alan Reynolds. And his opponent tonight, 232 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, the man with the hands of stone and current international television champion, Ronnie Garvin.
Lee Marshall along with the AWA heavyweight champion of the world, Jerry the King Lawler. And you look at that, Jerry. There's the belt that he won from Greg Gagne not too long ago, the international television title, one of the most prestigious titles in this entire sport. And they call him the man with the hands of stone, and he's got a right hand, and I'm not suggesting that in any way to discount your right hand. As a matter of fact, I'd pay just about anything to see you and Garvin get it on, pal.
Well, I can tell you, I got a pretty good left hand and not too bad a right hand.
Yeah.
I don't ever claim to be the greatest wrestler, greatest wrestling tactician in the world. But as I said, I got a pretty good left and not too bad a right hand, and I put him up against anybody in the nation. Now, Ron Garvin, everybody knows, just, a couple of months ago, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He beat Ric Flair. He's beaten Ric Flair a number of times, as a matter of fact. And now he's got the AWA International Championship. He beat Greg Gagne, and I got to say, I use the term beat loosely because it was questionable, if you ask me.
It was. As I recall that match, Garvin reaching into his tights, maybe pulling something out, maybe not. I mean, we know that he's got a devastating right hand, Jerry.
Oh, my goodness. What a great move by Alan Reynolds, but Garvin was just a fraction of a second ahead of him on it.
Well,
moved right out of the way.
Like you're talking about a man. There's that Garvin stomp.
Oh, he goes all over your body. He weakens every point of your body with that. But what he's setting him up for is what
I think what I'm going to do is I think I can add the letters right here. It'll be
scream. I mean, you couldn't count the number of guys that he's knocked out. But I would imagine that at one point or other, it's going to come down to the fact that, he was once the NWA champion.
Right.
He'll want a shot at the AWA championship, and we're going to see whose fists really are the hardest. And it's a conversation that I've thought about for a long time, one that I would relish. Every wrestler that ever steps foot in the ring wants to believe, has to believe, as a matter of fact, that he is the best at what he does.
Sure.
If you don't believe in yourself, certainly nobody is going to. And the other wrestler that you're in the ring with is going to know that you don't believe in yourself. And I believe with every fiber of my body that I can knock Ron Garvin out with one punch. And if we ever get the opportunity, I'll prove it.
Ooh. There is that right hand by Ron Garvin. He pulls Alan Reynolds up. And you know that he thinks that he can knock you out, too.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. That's why they have wrestling matches.
You'd be disappointed if Garvin didn't think that.
Oh, without a doubt. I know, just like I said, without a shadow of a doubt, Ron Garvin thinks that he's the toughest man that ever put on a pair of wrestling tights.
Ron Garvin will be in that big pay-per-view show coming up on December 13th.
Well, I've already got an open contract. My name is already on the dotted line. Whoever wants to sign in there with me, whoever wants to take a shot at that AWA World Heavyweight Championship, they're welcome to it. Whether it's Wahoo McDaniel, whether it's Greg Gagne, or whether it's this man right here,
There are a couple of names that come to mind, Jerry. Wahoo McDaniel, as you said, and Greg Gagne, as you said. Kerry Von Erich.
Well, there's a name that just jumps right out at me, because that's one that, believe me, will be settled before long, once and for all. I mean, as I said, the other two, as far as I'm concerned, are company champions.
Right.
Between Kerry Von Erich and myself, we're going to find out, though, one way or the other, who is the true, undisputed World Heavyweight Champion.
I know the last time you and Kerry Von Erich met, there was a little bit of controversy. You walked out of the ring with the AWA Heavyweight Championship of the World. Kerry Von Erich walked away with the WCC Championship of the World. Nothing really resolved except perhaps a determination by both you and Von Erich to get back into that squared circle and get this thing settled.
Well, I think the only way we're going to settle this thing is for us to have... Oh, here he goes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you got him.
Oh, Jerry. I mean, I like you a lot, Jerry. I don't want to see you get hit like that.
Well, I want to tell you, Lee, I want him to shoot that best shot at me.
Wow, there he is, the man with the hands of stone, Ron Garvin.
Oh, he's cocky, too. I like that in him, though. I like that in him. But I want to tell you, I want him to take his best shot, and I want to see the look on his face when I'm still standing after he takes that best shot.
Would be interesting to see. The winner, Ron Garvin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the international television champion, Ronnie Garvin.
And there he is. After hitting him with that right hand, count of three. Garvin the winner. Along with Jerry the King Lawler, I'm Lee Marshall. We will be right back.
Good God, I'm talking about super clash. 1, 2, 3, good God, shot down, baby. I'm talking about Chicago, December 13th. Be there. Bad Company's going to be there. The Diamond Downs, Medusa, Colonel the Beers, B-A-double-D, Bad Company, we're the baddest. Good God. December 13th in Chicago, Super Clash 3. And I want you there. Have I made myself clear? I can hear you. USA #1.
This match is tag team.
I think I'm going to start doing the letters.
Now making their way to the ring at a weight of 226 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith.
There's a right way to do
And at
this.
235 pounds.
And I'm
from
just
parts unknown,
fucking being
the
an
Hangman.
idiot right now. Sorry, I was saying I'm being an idiot right now, and I can't. I'm overthinking it, but like I said, I'm just trying to work my way through it. I'm getting there though. Like, if I start putting in the trees, I want to see what these letters look like here, you know? God. But again, I'm trying to figure out how those letters would look like.
75 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. This match is 1 ball.
Along with Jerry the King Lawler, the heavyweight champion of the world, I'm Lee Marshall. We're getting ready for some tag team action. There they are, the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson in there with Keith Eric and the Hangman.
That's right, Lee. You know, these two guys really are at home tonight because this is the hometown of Ricky Morton. This is where these two guys became the Rock and Roll Express, right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Boy, what an exciting...
I was thinking about doing it in like a 3D effect.
Yeah, I know it, but here they are. Back with the AWA.
I should do it on top, so I would have to go backward.
Nice move by Ricky.
I'll tell you, these guys are so incredibly fast. That's the, look at this. Oh! I mean,
No, what am I doing? What am I saying?
You don't know what to watch for when you're in there with these guys.
But they exemplify to me tag team wrestling, Jerry. I think they are just spectacular.
Wow.
They have really turned it into an art form as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I'll tell you this. The AWA World Tag Team Champions had better be on their toes because these guys are back and they are putting notice out that they want those titles.
Oh, yeah.
So, Bad Company, they better live up to their name. They better be bad when they face these guys, I can assure you.
Diamond Dallas Page, he's gone on record. He said, well, we ran these guys out of the AWA.
Oh, my, come on.
Well, surprise, here they are. It looks like they're just as cool.
Yeah, I mean, that could work. Sorry, I'm...
As I said, they have taken tag team wrestling and turned it into an art form as far as I'm concerned.
And what is great about these guys is that they have not had to stoop to...
I'm doing kind of a
some of the tactics, some of the
mock-up
like Bad Company. You know,
what it would look like.
Pat Tanaka, you got to give the devil their due.
I sure will.
They're great wrestlers.
I sure will.
Kind of trying to narrowing down how it's going to work.
Yeah,
because I'm looking at a guy that was one of the most spectacular amateur athletes, amateur wrestlers of all time, 4-time AAU champion.
Hold on.
In both freestyle and Greco-Roman. He teams up with Diamond and gets involved with Diamond Dallas Page.
I can't understand it.
I think he just woke up stupid one day.
He had to do that. I mean, you know, now these guys, it's Tanaka and Diamond who pay Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to give him a portion of their earnings. Yeah. I mean, you know, that to me, that's like money wasted because this guy is like a leech. I mean, as most managers that you see in professional wrestling are, they're a bunch of bloodsuckers who probably are living out their fantasies because they weren't blessed by Mother Nature with the physical endowments to get in there and compete themselves. Most of these guys never competed in any type sport. They're born with a devious mind, and they use that brain to try to worm their way in and get some poor guys like Tanaka and Diamond to pay them part of their hard-earned money just to stand in their corner and so-called advise them.
Yeah, I understand. Well, but on the other hand, I have also to be a bit of a devil's advocate. I have had an opportunity to see some of the contracts that Diamond Dallas Page has negotiated on behalf of these guys, and I'll tell you, Jerry, he is a shrewdy.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, he is what... He is like a lot of these agents for pro football players and basketball players. I mean, these are the kind of guys that have taken the fun out of sports, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the kind of guys who make the ball players and make the wrestlers compete not for the love of the sport, but strictly for the dollar. And I think we'd all be better off without that kind of person in the sport.
Rock and Roll Express chalking up another win, and as Jerry the King Lawler has made reference to repeatedly, they want Bad Company. They want to be 5 times tag team champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, they're so much fun.
In action, the Rock and Roll Express, and yes, they're dying to be a part of Super Clash 3, and I want to congratulate the man that put that thing together.
Thank you, Larry.
And I also want to ask you about, well, many things, but let's start out first with the Olympics. A good situation for the Americans.
Well, it certainly was. We're talking, of course, the whole team was just super in Korea. But we, of course, we're in wrestling, and we followed that wrestling very, very closely. For the first time ever, when the Eastern Bloc included, we won a medal in Greco-Roman wrestling, and I got to congratulate Dennis Kozlowski for that great, great effort. And, of course, all the boys on the team, his brother and so on. The freestylers also. We got 2 gold medals, a silver, and against the rest of the world, that's just darn, darn good.
Hopefully we'll be able to talk to some of those Olympians
in the near future.
We'll
have Dennis out here next week, I think, and Dwayne.
Let's talk about a great wrestling match. 2 champions. Of course, you're the one we'll always think of as the champ, and you did the play-by-play on that one. Very controversial.
Well, it's tremendously controversial, and they're still going around. Both sides claiming victory, and there's a lot of animosity between the 2 people. I'm talking about Lawler and Von Erich right now. And we're going to get that settled very, very shortly. Stanley Blackburn is right in the thick of it, in the middle of it.
We've only got about 20 seconds left. I know you're upset about what happened to Greg with Ronnie Garvin and the International TV Championship.
Without a doubt, the man had something in his hand. If the referee would have been alert enough, he'd have grabbed him right away and saw that foreign object in his hand and disqualified him. Greg lost the belt. And we're just very, very upset about it. We're very, very upset about it. But Super Clash coming December 13th in Chicago. It's going to be a big one. Don't you dare miss it, whatever you do.
You can figure out what happened. Did the match end between Jerry Lawler and Kerry Von Erich, or didn't it? Looked like it did, but then they got in the ring and they wrestled some more. Kerry Von Erich apparently winning the match, or did he? Well, the pile driver outlawed by the Tennessee Athletic Commission. In other words, Jerry Lawler and Kerry Von Erich tremendous athletes with savage desires and strong hearts went at it, and they're both still world champions. Vern Gagne doing the play-by-play. He was confused about it. Hopefully they'll soon be able to clarify that situation. I want to talk about
Okay.
3, Colonel De Beers against Sergeant.
Sorry about that. I had to go do something. I had to talk to someone real quick.
And Golden against the Rock and Roll Express. The beautiful ladies of power are going to be involved. A great night of professional wrestling action.
All right. I think I figured out what I'm going to do.
We're coming at you from Louisville, Kentucky, the home of Denny Crumbs, exciting Louisville Cardinals, and of course, great horse racing action. Our people will be Kerry Von Erich, Greg Gagne, Ronnie Garvin, and more, so be here. This has been a present
game, so to say. But for Mr. Perfect, just another day in a perfect life. See, from head to toe and in the mind, I am absolutely perfect. And in the game of chess, such is the game of life. By the way, checkmate. I am absolutely perfect. And
I
now
love
you
these
know
segments.
why they call me Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, and no doubt he has displayed a little versatility as of late. We'll find out hopefully soon whether or not he can wrestle.
Coming down the aisle at a total combined weight.
All right, it's tag team action.
Bret Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation.
You know, I don't care what you say, McMahon. Without Jimmy Hart, they just don't look the same.
No, that's true. They look much better.
Weight of 519 pounds from Detroit, Michigan, Rick Gettner. His partner from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Tom Stone.
All right, Gettner and Tom Stone.
No, get out of here. Get out of here, baby.
Having a little conversation there with the Hart Foundation. A far better team without the services of Jimmy Hart. The only thing that bugs me, and I'm sure it bothers the Harts as well, is that the Rougeaus now actually own a piece of the contract thanks to Jimmy Hart.
That's right.
Of the Hart Foundation.
I love it.
Really get under their skin.
Now, that means if the Harts win this match and get the winner's percentage of the money, that means the Rougeaus get a piece of that money. I mean, that is brilliant business, in my opinion. And dumb business on the part of the Harts.
Wait a minute, the Harts signed with Jimmy Hart? They knew perfectly well what they were giving up, which is nothing. Nonetheless, it's certainly legal that Jimmy Hart owns a piece of the Hart Foundation. He assigned that piece, apparently, to the fabulous Rougeau brothers, who, of course, he now manages.
And now you know why the Rougeaus love America so much. Capitalism in its finest form.
Jimmy Hart style.
American style.
The Anvil hammering away on Stone. Take it easy. Take it easy. I never thought I'd hear the Hitman say, take it easy. We spoke with the Hitman and the Anvil a little bit earlier on before the broadcast.
Isn't it nice to see the Hart Foundation move like a well-oiled machine without Jimmy Hart?
But don't think for 1 minute, Jimmy Hart, that we forgot about the 25% you're giving the Rougeaus from our contract. We haven't forgot a thing.
25% they gave Jimmy Hart to manage them. These guys are dumber than I suspected.
What do you think Heenan gets?
I don't know, but I mean, McMahon, the top Hollywood agents only get 10%.
Well, to quote Jesse Ventura, this ain't Hollywood.
That is true. It's nice to see you quoting someone with a bit of integrity and class and smarts.
The Anvil is enjoying himself in there this week. Certainly we cannot say the same for Tom Stone.
You know, speaking of the WWF magazine, McMahon, that's starting to become a real smut sheet as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, in what respect?
Yeah, under the WWF lowdown, there's a quote in there of old Emily Hot Body Tunney's secretary saying that every time I come up to Toronto, she turns me down for a date. Ha! That woman's crawling on her knees just to go out with me.
Please.
Please what? Take her out?
No, I have a little problem with the truth to that story.
The truth that the WWF I can't believe they print trash like that.
I haven't read it myself. I don't believe that's in the magazine.
You don't? No. Well, then when you get the magazine through your trifocals, try turning to page 73 and adjust them trifocals and read it.
Oh, really? Look out! Tom Stone! Here it comes! Oh!
Wham! And Bret Hart laid it on him with the anvil holding him in an easy 3-count.
And if that were Jacques or Raymond Rougeau, then that effect would all be the same. Let's go back and take another look at this.
There you see Bret Hart, beautiful drop kick, set Stone up with that one. The anvil with a standing drop kick, and at his body weight, that's impressive. And there's the classic Hart double team clothesline right there.
All right, and we will take you now to the World Wrestling Federation Event Center. I've been told that Jesse's right. There is something about Emily Hotbody on page 75. Let's go now to the event
73, McMahon.
We are back at the World Wrestling Federation Event Center. Yes, indeed. The Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, he will square off against the undefeated Bad News Brown. The Hulkster, 6'8", 303 pounds from Venice Beach, California, in the best physical condition of his wrestling career. And he is more than ready for battle against a man who claims to be undefeated here in the World Wrestling Federation. Right now, the Hulkster is standing by with comments about this match.
You know something, Bad News Brown? I've already changed my mind about a few things, brother. I'm not going to wait till you run out of gas in the center of the ring. I'm going to send the Hulkster tank, man, full of the Hulkster's python powder down to your dressing room, mixed with mineral water from Mars, that is.
Hulkster's python powder.
Before the matches.
That's like, is that like code for steroids?
Saying that it wasn't even Steven before we go in there. And since I declared war on the whole WWF and Jack Tunney, I want you to be ready to fight for your life, Bad News Brown. But one thing, man. One of the reasons I'm sending the Hulkster's gasoline down to your dressing room is I got your M.O. I've watched hours and hours of videotape. I've seen how you jumpstart all your opponents, brother. And I'm ready for you, brother. I'm trained. I'm prepared. I've said my prayers and eaten my vitamins, brother. The largest arms in the world have turned me into a human destruction machine. And as I was banging out 27, 28, 1,029, 1,030 reps with the largest arms in the world, I had to steal the tricep bar from the gym. Because the way I figure it, Bad News, once I get you on the run, brother, you'll probably climb over to a ring post, wrap your greasy, nasty arms around the pole, your legs too, and hang on for your life. You'll probably even close your eyes or be so scared. That's when I'll slip back to the dressing room, get my tricep bar, stick it down through your armpit and your chest against the pole, and as I crank your body like a crowbar off the pole, Bad News, I'll drag you out in the center of the ring and give you a real dose of bad news. What are you gonna do when all the Hulkamaniacs in the Hulkster crush you?
The Hulkster, Hulk Hogan, a full Hulkamaniac alert right here in Green Bay. It all starts at 2 p.m. Saturday, October 22nd at the Brown County Arena. Don't miss your chance to see these superstars of the World Wrestling Federation.
If you can make a star of that conceited flop.
Terry Taylor, being led towards the ring by his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, from Vero Beach, Florida, weighing 240 pounds, Terry Taylor.
You're dead wrong.
What?
And you're in a lot of trouble. But from this point on, Mr. Announcer, let's get something straight. He is no longer to be introduced as Terry Taylor. I've selected a new name for him. He will now be known as the Red Rooster. You got me straight?
The Red Rooster? Huh. He looks kind of like a rooster, the way he moves around and struts his goods, so to speak. Uh-oh, look out. Rooster going to work here on Leaping Lanny Poffo. I guess he didn't like the poem, huh?
Who could blame him?
Look at that maneuver.
Woo, that is vicious. You know, what's amazing, you can already see Heenan rubbing off on this guy. Really? Yes, definitely. I certainly can. And again, with those trifocals you got, McMahon, I suppose you can't.
A little consultation here. And you wonder exactly what Mr. Heenan is saying. So let's see if we can listen in.
Stay on him, you heard that.
Bobby Heenan confident that he can make a superstar out of Terry Taylor, well, the Red Rooster. We spoke with Mr. Heenan earlier.
Take a good look, humanoids. That's my little Red Rooster in the ring. I'm taking this man with limited wrestling ability, limited size, and limited intelligence, and I'm going to groom him into one fighting machine. Another test for the brain, and another test I'll pass.
You know, McMahon, being the concerned adult that I am, the former champion wrestler that I was, I think I should take it upon myself right now, McMahon, to tell all the children and the kids out there, and even the adults for that matter, please don't try any of these wrestling holds at home, because you can get hurt and hurt bad.
Indeed, leave it for the pros.
Leave it for me to do to McMahon.
Well, that should be interesting. What's he saying?
He's getting in a beef with Hebron and Tom and the ref.
Oh, turn around, ref.
Turn around,
I see what? Acting like he was doing absolutely nothing. Well, look, he caught one there in the clip basket.
What would you suggest he do? Admit it?
I would suggest that
I mean, should he tell the ref I was choking him, ref?
I'm not suggesting that, Jesse. Maybe he should not do that to begin with. Oh, come on, there, right in front of the ref's eyes.
That's the Heenan influence, I'm telling you.
Well, it's not a good influence.
It isn't?
I don't think so.
The Red Rooster is going to make more money than he's ever seen now that he's associated himself with the brain.
And Rooster with a devastating submission hold here. And it's all over.
Here's the and you notice he waited for Bobby to snap his fingers before he broke the hold.
Yep.
This guy's listening. He's going to learn.
Now you wonder what the Red Rooster calls that hold.
I'll find out, McMahon. Good. Next time we see him wrestle, I'll find out what he calls it.
Bobby the Brain along with the Red Rooster. The Rooster chalks up a victory just like Heenan said he was going to do.
There you see Bobby doing his job, distracting the referee while the Rooster gets in a little choke. Beautiful double arm suplex right there on Leaping Lanny. I wonder if he's got any poetry in mind right now. And there's the Rooster with his submission hold, which I promise you I will get the name, what he calls that, McMahon.
Standing by right now is Brother Love.
And now,
oh, Hacksaw bringing this capacity crowd alive.
Now, Brother Dugan, why is it that you show no love for the boys? Why is it that you show no love for your country, much like Brother Dino Bravo, a man who loves his country and shows it by bringing the flag of his country to the ring with him? Why do you not show your love for your country?
I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. Don't you ever question the patriotism of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Now when Duggan's blood has flowed to keep this country proud and free.
Well, look right here. Look right here at this man coming here. Brother Dino Bravo. Take a look at those shoulders. Take a look at those great pectorals. Do you feel the power of the strongest man in the world?
There's no question Dino Bravo's a strong man, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan's no barbell. I'll fight back. Tough
guy.
Oh, look at the look on the face of
You see that there's
Bravo.
a lot of pride in being an American hero.
Look at that face.
Well, let me tell you, Hacksaw Duggan, how Frenchie and I feel about the United States of America and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I think you both stink, Duggan.
Duggan ain't doing nothing about it.
Hey, as that old cliche goes, baby, love it or leave it. And if you don't know the way to the border, Hacksaw Jim Duggan will be more than glad to show you. Tough guy.
Look out! Look out!
Come on, people! Let's show the USA pride! USA! USA!
Let's get past the crowd! All ringing in the same ovation of USA! Hopefully on the way back to the border, Dino Bravo!
Now, why did he have to do that?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan taking control of things. We'll be right back as we continue with more of the superstars of wrestling.
Not your average snake music.
All right, truly one of the premier superstars of the World Wrestling Federation, my guest this week. Jake Roberts, I don't like what I've seen in the past, the things that have been happening between you and ravishing Rick Rude, and I can appreciate family, I really can.
You know, it's a big difference between business and getting personal. And Rick Rude, you had a chance at one time to back off, my man. You made the mistake, you picked the wrong woman. But you could have backed off right then. You could have let it all gone. You didn't have to reach out and grab her, push her down on her knees like some big tough man. You want to show her something. You want to show the whole world what kind of man you are. And if that's not enough, he starts wearing these silly little tights. But we know what happens when you wear tights around me, my man. And my man, that's not going to change. If you want to go out and buy another pair of tights and put my wife's picture on them, that's fine, because I'm going to tear them off of him again, too.
I've seen that, Jake. I've seen it.
But here's the bottom line, Rick Rude. You see, we're not talking about fighting for a pile of money, and we're not talking about fighting for a strap of gold. Brother, we're talking about what I live with every day, every moment of my life. What makes me feel good.
Inspiration.
And we're talking about Cheryl, baby, please come on up here, darling. Cheryl.
Oh, no. All right, well, take to St. Roberts.
Take a look.
Welcome the lovely Cheryl Roberts.
And she is indeed lovely. And Mommy never sends you out to get me a date.
See, Rick Rude, this is what makes it worthwhile for me. This is what I strive for. This is what I try to keep happy within myself. But you see, Rick Rude, from now on, each and every time we face, she's going to be at ringside, because if I DDT you, and I will, she's going to slap your nasty, filthy face again, my man.
Oh, I love it. Cheryl will be at ringside for all of your matches, Jake.
Every one of them. If I've got you on the dotted line, Rick Rude, she's going to be right there. And my man, she's going to slap you, because you know something? Of everything you want, you need that the worst. And something else, I mean, you give me a break, huh? You have the guts to call yourself ravishing? My man, you're not ravishing. This is ravishing, huh?
That is ravishing.
You know something, Rick Rude? It's all mine. Eat your heart out, my man.
Whoa! Eat your heart out, ravishing Rick. Before I kiss her, I'd rather kiss a hospital mom. Will you stop? Plenty more still to come. We'll be right back.
Co-captain
Wrestling's Team Survival.
Go ahead.
Forget it.
Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. These two youngsters have captured the hearts of everyone. There's more talk about these two.
Right. You see that? That's the new field glasses. Oh, the binoculars. Yeah. That's so they can get a closer look at Ravishing Rick Rude.
No, not exactly. That's not exactly why they were made.
His tag team.
They make a nice gift as we rapidly approach the holiday season. As does a whole lot of other things in the World Wrestling Federation. How about those little mine dolls? How about those guys?
I love to have about 65 of those under my tree.
What, you got 64 now? You want one more, right?
No, I have 65 sticks of dynamite I got no use for.
Double whip. No, it backfired on him.
You know, these rockers are the talk of the World Wrestling Federation. Everybody says this is the new tag team champions of the 90s.
It's possible. Everything is possible, Brain.
Oh, they're fast.
Except maybe you coming up with a title of some kind in your stable.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh, you make me laugh, Brain.
You keep on.
That was a nice break of character.
Bring brother love
I don't. Oh, yeah, that'll be the day. That piece of garbage. Did you see the last time we saw him? He had on that same horrible, dirty, filthy tie. Never even bothered to have it dry cleaned or anything.
I'm not saying that's the same tie. What I'm saying
I'm saying it is.
What are you, in charge of ties now?
Well, I'm in charge of filth. That's why I got rid of it.
That rubs off on him. He hugs everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He spreads love.
Spreads all that germs and disease. Rockers undefeated here in the WWF. Looking to be team #1 challengers for a crack at the title currently held by Demolition.
Tag team specialist.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
They're not that small guys if you take a good look at them.
Everybody is small except perhaps Powers of Pain compared to Demolition.
Let me check my
check it out.
status here.
Check it out. This one is history. What a move off the top rope. Let's get the official word.
The winners of this bout, the Rockers.
Rockers, exciting everyone. Once again, look at this move, Brain.
From the top of the shoulder, look at that.
Imagine the impact coming down on that.
And at a combined weight, they weigh 463 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a lot of guys.
On sale this week, the latest edition of the Superstars 3 magazine with the Macho Man on the cover. It'll be a classic. Let's go back up the ringside.
Are you going to apologize?
No.
This is hurts. He comes to the backhand to shut the front doors, and he'll run right out of the place.
Well, up to just a few weeks ago, Brain, you had a chance with any number of persons inside your family to have the belt, to have the Intercontinental title. But now that this guy's got it around his waist, forget about it.
What, do you think the guy's unbeatable?
Anybody that you've got, I would say yes.
Andre squashed him like a grape.
Yeah, if you ever come out from hiding, worried about being hit once again by a hacksaw.
Oh, what's that rumor you're... I don't want to go into that right now.
What rumor is that?
Never mind.
I don't start rumors. I only spread facts.
See, you do spread rumors.
Facts. Ultimate Warrior, a real handful. Surprised everyone in SummerSlam 88, Madison Square Garden. Appeared out of nowhere.
Cheap.
Taking the place of Brutus the Barber Beefcake for an Intercontinental title match and walked out of Madison Square Garden, the new champion.
But Honky Tonk Man, he was prepared to wrestle Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He wasn't prepared to wrestle.
Were you there, bro?
Yes, I was.
You weren't paying attention then because it was explained to him and he said, bring on anyone. Did he not?
Well, he thought it'd be Beefcake Man. Well, yes, he did.
Latest edition of World Wrestling Federation magazine on sale right now. And that man, the reigning Intercontinental champion, on the cover. And what an interesting article inside in the WWF interview section telling you all about this individual and what he can do and what you have to reckon with when you sign a contract, Brain, with this guy's name on it.
Now what's he going to do?
You're going to help him back in the ring.
Oh, what a
kind guy. Hey, it's only fair. He helped him out, now he's helping him back in.
Boy, the people really taken to this moron.
Why do you call him a moron? Have you ever had anything to do with him?
Yes.
Other than being inside the ring? Do you know what his intellectual capabilities are?
There are none.
There are.
That's why he paints his face.
We're not talking about you. Talking about the Warrior now. We know what your capabilities and limitations are. This guy doesn't have a clue how strong he is. Look at that clothesline. Forget about it. He's giving a sign here for the big over-the-head press. Shouldn't take too much effort to get Mr. Costello up there. Oh. Just like he weighed 100 pounds.
Look at that. Look at the arm bound. Look at the veins. I got to tell you, this guy...
Oh. Dropped him like a bad habit. Big splash coming up. Oh. Nailed him with it. Ultimate Warrior chalking up another impressive victory. Let's get the official word.
The winner of this bout, the Intercontinental Champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, they're all going bananas here in Louisville. There's that new poster of him. How many of those you got at home?
Oh, I got a lot of those.
Let's go back and take a look. There comes the beginning of the end.
Oh! Look at that. It's going to be 7 feet in the air. Then he goes over the man. He's going to drop right on the man's back.
Right now, folks, we're going to take you to this very special report coming at you right now.
Imagine when he lands.
I am perfect in every way. In fact, when I was born, the doctor handed me to my mother, and the very first word out of her mouth was, perfect. What else? But today I would like you to join me as I demonstrate perfect form on the basketball court. Don't you wish you could be like me? Perfect? I'm talking about Mr. Perfect.
Some more information for you regarding the greatest event in the history of professional wrestling, Super Clash 3 in Chicago, December 13th. Announcement number 1. We now know that the powerful women of wrestling will be competing in Chicago in a ladies' battle royal. And for part number 2 of our announcement, I want to go to my sidekick, Lee Marshall.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see could well be the most historic moment in the entire history of the great sport of professional wrestling. Allow me to introduce the gentlemen who have gathered here today. To my left, the great matchmaker from World Class Championship Wrestling, Mr. Frank Dusek. To my right, from the CWA, the fine promoter, Mr. Jerry Jarrett. Right in front of me, Stanley Blackburn, the president of the AWA. And wrestling fans, I know these two men need no introduction, but if you would kindly allow me that formality. The heavyweight champion of the world, representing World Class Championship Wrestling, the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich. And to my right, the AWA heavyweight champion of the world, Jerry the King Lawler. Now, what I'm talking about is something that fans have been clamoring for years. The unification of the heavyweight championship of the world. A situation where two champions walk into the ring. Only one man is going to leave that ring as the one and only unified heavyweight champion of the world. These men have had a chance to review the contracts. They have done so. They've had a chance to approve the contracts, and they have done that. The only thing left now is to sign the contracts. Stanley, if you would present the contracts to both Mr. Von Erich and Mr. Lawler, we can get this matter taken care of quickly.
Mr. Von Erich, if you'll sign on this line, I'll appreciate it. Here. Mr. Lawler, if you'll sign, please, sir. Thank you, gentlemen.
fans, what you've seen truly was historic, an agreement between these two great athletes to unify the heavyweight championship of the world. It wouldn't be inappropriate now to get a comment or two from these athletes. First, to the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich.
I'd just like to say this. We've been through a lot. But Lawler, we're going on national television. Why don't you just save yourself the embarrassment, and let's get on right now.
Whoa, Kerry. All right, let me move over to get a comment from Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, you know, we're way past these games of trying to psych each other out. You know, that was a nice move there, Kerry, but it didn't work. All I want to say is that you're right. This is something that's long overdue. There's only one world. There should only be one world champion, as he said, and after December the 13th, that's what it's going to be. I've heard you say that you had an accident and you laid in bed for a year and a half and you had a dream about being the only world champion. Well, that's going to turn into a nightmare because, brother, you just signed your title away.
And there you have it, the agreement made, an agreement between two of the greatest athletes ever to participate in this sport. The modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, the heavyweight champion of the world from world-class championship wrestling. The heavyweight champion of the world, Jerry the King Lawler, holding the AWA Heavyweight Championship of the world. It's all going to be settled. Super Clash, December 13th. Don't miss it.
Vern Gagne, I'm going to tell you right now, I aged 10 years just hearing about the rumors that were coming out of the difficulty of signing that match.
Well, if possible, I'm baller than I was a week ago, trying to put this thing back together. As you know, we had both Lawler and Von Erich signed for Super Clash 3, but not against each other. Now they're signed against each other. And, brother, after that last match they had, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Well, it's a dream match. Two world champions head-to-head as the main event in Super Clash 3.
Well, it's the one that the whole world wanted, and it's the match that the world will see on Super Clash 3. And when that night is over, remember this, there'll only be one man walking out of there, and he will be the sole owner of the AWA title and the world-class title.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the man himself. Let's go to Michael St. John in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first match. It is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Now entering the ring at the weight of 210 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Terry Adonis. His partner at the weight of 260 pounds from parts unknown, the Beast.
Oh my God.
Now making their
Sorry, they're just playing. Awesome, baby da boo. God damn. It's as cool as it is. It's kind of poo-poo. Sorry, I gotta do something. I gotta set something up on my phone. Because I gotta go to bed soon. I'm gonna just try and I'm gonna finish up this lettering and then I'll be done. But I gotta get this thing up, and then tomorrow in the morning or maybe in the afternoon, hopefully, I'm not too tired, I'm gonna try and stream. We can finish this background. I think this is gonna be coming along really good, actually. If I'm gonna be honest, I think like I'm actually really happy. I'm happy about how this turned out so far, because the lettering I was kind of tweaking about, but then I was like, should I add it or not? But then I'm like, no, I will add it. I will add it because it's all something similar, and yeah, I think it looks good.
Well, they're going to be involved in this big pay-per-view event we're talking about, Frank. It's going to be a very interesting mixed tag team affair. The Top Guns, John Paul and Ricky Rice, on their team will be Wendy Richter. And they will be facing Bad Company, and on their team, the AWA Ladies Champion, that's Medusa Magelli.
That's right. I understand there was
Sorry, I keep forgetting that I have my thing turned up really high. I was gonna say I'm gonna finish up my letters. This page is turning out really good. If I'm not too tired tomorrow, I can finish the background, and then we can start, you know, putting in some more stronger, like kind of something like these. with the car where it's more definite. But yeah, I think we've got it coming along. Man, this is gonna look decent. Not to brag, but I think it'll look pretty decent. Once we finish up doing, we'll reorganize some of these potholes. We'll sleep on it. We'll put something here. Yeah, I'm not like, it's not like, oh my god, and I know you can kind of hardly see it, but it looks, I'm really satisfied about it as a first page.
Well, I'll tell you, from my years in wrestling, sometimes you take those shortcuts or try to. The referee was out of position, and of course he was trying to claim a tight pull, which obviously the referee didn't buy.
Nice tight hip toss.
We at World Class sure are excited about the Super Clash 3 in Chicago on December 13th. The first time ever that all the major promotions in the United States are combining, can see only on pay-per-view around the country, and the main event.
I suppose we should ask people first to buckle their chin straps before you tell them about the main event.
You buckle your chin straps, you buckle your seat belts, and you better buckle it all, because we at World Class for years have had what we call an open door policy. We take anybody with any amount of talent and challenge them. We challenge all the major champions, and the AWA has accepted it. Title versus title. First time ever, we're going to unify one world champion.
And that means that the main event in Super Clash 3, December 13th, the WCCW heavyweight champion of the world, the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, will meet the AWA heavyweight champion of the world, Jerry the King Lawler.
And one man is going to be the world's champion.
I'm like you, Frank. I think it's spectacular that all the promoters and organizations were able to come together and say, all right, let egos be damned. Whosever organization is without a champion, so be it. We're going to unify this thing. We're going to have a spectacular wrestling event. And there's the main event, Jerry the King Lawler. Wow, what a drop kick by Ricky Rice.
That looks like that might be it.
That's all.
Incredible. What a teamwork. Look at this. What teamwork from these two young boys.
Two young men you're going to see on the 13th, the Top Guns. They're going to be teaming up with Wendy Richter. And there they are, notching up another win over Terry Adonis and the Beast. John Paul and Ricky Rice, the Top Guns. All right, let's have another look at it, Frank. Watch the elevation. Ricky
Ladies
Rice
and gentlemen, in the
gets on
time of 3 minutes and 28 seconds, the winners of the fall in the match, the Top Guns.
Did he lay it on him?
Ooh, did he ever.
Along with Frank Dusek, I'm Lee Marshall. We will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago, Illinois, December 13th. That will be at the Pavilion, Super Clash 3. And we've got something here I've never seen before. A 6-person tag match. The tag team champions, Bad Company, along with the ladies' world champion, Medusa Michelli, stepping in against Wendy Richter and the Top Guns. And Medusa Michelli, Wendy Richter is upset. Claims you jumped her from behind. Claims the Top Guns came, the Bad Company came in with...
Excuses.
That bimbo's got more excuses than a pregnant nun. Good God.
A pregnant nun.
All over, baby. It's Super Clash. 1, 2, 3. Bad Company. Medusa Michelli against those chumps. Wendy Richter and the Pop Guns, baby. There's no competition. We're going to squash them. We're going to drop them like a bad habit.
Wendy Richter, she is gone. She's a coupon clipper, a whiskey sipping, and a draft beer drinking bimbo, honey.
Hey, baby, it's going to be like shooting spitballs at a battleship.
Right there in Chicago.
The AWA is on tour throughout the world.
Shooting.
If your school, public service organization, or charity would like to bring the excitement of professional wrestling to your town, call Rob Russin at 612-545-9376. Call now to bring the excitement of AWA professional wrestling to your hometown.
Now making his way to the ring, the international television champion, 232 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, the man with the hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin.
Well, you've got a couple of guys that are really put together, Frank. Scott Steiner, the young man out of the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. And there he is with a brand new belt around his shoulders. Ron Garvin, the man with the hands of stone. He took the International Television Championship away from Greg Gagne, who held it for over a year. Gagne winning it in the tournament over the late Adrian Adonis, and Garvin recently winning it from Greg Gagne.
Well, that shows you the caliber of the wrestling here in the AWA. They took a former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion to take the International Television Championship away from Greg Gagne.
Look at the strength of Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner, brother of Rick Steiner, as I understand, was also All-American University mission, not only in wrestling, but also in football. And I think he caught Ronnie Garvin well off guard right there.
Well, you figure anybody that plays on a varsity level for Bo Schembechler and comes out of that wrestling program at Michigan has got to be double tough. But he's in there with Ronnie Garvin. If you let Ron uncork that big right hand, it's lights out, though, Frank.
It truly is. You know, Ronnie, he didn't go to the college like this boy. He went to the School of Hard Knocks, and it's going to be an interesting education. Oh, there it is, just what I'm talking about.
Right hand by Ron Garvin setting it up. There's that Garvin stomp. He just wears down every part of your body, Frank.
Ron Garvin is one of the meanest men in professional wrestling.
He wasn't always that way. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, I remember him for years and years in the old NWA, and I'm going to tell you what, he definitely is. He has a streak of meanness in him like no man I know. He enjoys, he's sadistic, he enjoys hurting people, not just hurting them, he enjoys humiliating.
Well, he's taking Scott Steiner to school right now with that right hand.
Well, I think Steiner surprised him with that opening move, and it really, look at the block, look at the block.
A real power move by Scott Steiner, reversing it, taking Ron Garvin right into the turnbuckle. Steiner on the top rope. Look out! Oh! Ronnie Garvin out of the way. Nobody home, and Scott Steiner compromised.
Look out! Look out! Don't turn around! Don't turn around!
Oh! I guarantee you, Frank, he's not dead.
That's it.
You can count it.
Count it out now. Oh, look at that. That's no way to cover a ring. That's no good.
There's one thing about being a winner and being a good winner. Ron Garvin's a winner, but he's not a good winner.
No, sir. I know when you've got it, you flaunt it, but that's too much. That's humiliating.
Absolute arrogance on the part of Ron Garvin.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the time of 1 minute and 52 seconds, the winner of the fall in the match, the man with the hands of stone, Ron Garvin.
And you saw why they call him the man with the hands of stone when he unloads that right hand. Boom, boom, and out go the lights. A lesson learned by Scott Steiner.
If he tries to cover Greg Gagne like that, it's not going to work.
Along with Frank Dusek, I'm Lee Marshall. We will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a grueling tournament with the toughest competition in the world. Greg Gagne emerged on top, became the very first AWA International Television Champion. An honor that he carried until a couple of weeks ago in Nashville, Tennessee. And Greg, we know what happened.
Well, Larry, you know, I knew the reputation of Ron Garvin before I stepped in the ring with him. He held the NWA World Heavyweight Championship for a number of months. He's been at the top of his profession for a long, long time. He's a great athlete. He's a great competitor. What I didn't expect in the ring, his nickname is the Hands of Steel. Well, I've wrestled for 15 years, and I've wrestled all the top names in professional wrestling, and you can go back to the Nick Bockwinkel's, to the Ray the Crippler Stevens, to the Mad Dog Vachons. I've been in the ring with Hulk Hogan. I've been in the ring with Andre the Giant. And I have never in my life been hit like I was hit by Ron Garvin in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, they say he's claiming it was just a fist. But Larry, you know as well as I do, when you look back on the tapes, he reached into his trunks, and you couldn't see anything. I'll give him that. But Ron Garvin, I guarantee you, and I guarantee everybody out there, he had something in his hand. If he didn't, then Ron Garvin, you're a better man than me. But I don't think you are, and I want to prove at Super Clash 3 is I want you, young man, back in the ring for that title.
Just beating you and bad company gave to me will not happen again. I have top guns on my side, and what they can't do, I'm gonna finish. Beware.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Now entering the ring, accompanied by his manager, Downtown Bruno. At 238 pounds from Little Rock, Arkansas, gorgeous Gary Young.
All right. goodness. All right, so I think on that note, we are gonna call it quits. Again, thank you. Oh, excuse me. Thank you for watching, if you did or if you didn't. We managed to get some words in, some layouts. We're gonna get more of it in tomorrow. And yeah, well, we might have to move some stuff around, maybe some of the letters, but I think the letters kind of do what I want it to do, which is you look at the whole thing in the angle. Which again, I don't plan that. I think it's just my subconscious being weird. So GG on that. I'm glad this page is finally coming together. So yeah. See ya y'all next time, and thanks for watching. See ya.
The modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, the world-class champion.
I also forgot to mention, thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, this would be the first time I streamed on YouTube. So GG on that, like ever. So thank you for watching. If you did, if you didn't, then you can watch this on the archive. So thank you again, and see y'all next time.
And I tell you, on December 13th in Chicago, pay-per-view, I'll put my paycheck up against anybody.
Sorry, I forgot the volume was up. I was gonna say, this was the first time I streamed on YouTube, so if you watched on YouTube, thank you for watching. This will be on the archive and all my mistakes, so thank you again, and hope y'all come again next time. See ya!